Hello there, Cyberland. This is Sim0nTrains, or some people like to call him Sim0nTrains. And this is Carol. Bye, Carol. You joined me at Kidderminster railway station because we started our journey from Rugeley Town to Kidderminster, stopping at Jewellery Quarter and Hagley on the way down. But today we're going to be doing the return journey as we start at Kidderminster Station. And we're going to call it these two stations along the way. Blakedown, The Hawthorns. And if you haven't seen the video coming to Kidderminster, it's going to be in the description and the pinned comment down below. But Kidderminster Station, there's only one thing to say about it now. It's a West Midlands station, and it has two platforms. I told you to go away, Carol. It's now time for the station history of Kidderminster Station. Kidderminster Station opened as the extension of the Oxford, Worcester, Wolverhampton Railway from Worcester to Stourbridge on the 1st of May 1852. In 1878 a loop line opened between Bewdley and Kidderminster. Before that, if you wanted to get from Kidderminster to Bewdley, you had to travel to Hawthorn to change trains. The line to Bewdley closed to passengers in 1970. The new station building opened in June 2020, replacing the British Rail building dated from 1974, and the three-letter station code for Kidderminster is KID. Now in Sunday's video you saw Kidderminster Town railway station, which again, it has two platforms. Now to get to Kidderminster Town station from Kidderminster is actually quite easy. And we're going to show you this now because where Kidderminster Town station is currently used to be goods yards and goods sheds. So we're going to go over to the car park now just outside the station to show you where it is. So right behind me here is Kidderminster's National Rail Station, and it's got a lovely new station building. I do remember that lovely 1970s building that was there. They knocked it down to make a new station building here. But across the street here is Kidderminster Town Railway Station, which is the Sim0n Railway's Southern Terminus Station, which is a heritage line that runs from Kidderminster Town to Bridgnorth, and it's roughly a good length of track. And we have filmed a steam locomotive on there as well in the previous blog. But that's how far it is from Kidderminster Town Station to the Network Rail Station Kidderminster. So there's a cab right sitting by the tracks. And you hear the engine is a 172 on the platform right now. Yeah, get off the tracks, you. Hey, come on, get off, you son. Don't we love wasps? So I just had a look at the new station building. That's something that I haven't looked at yet. Because I used to remember the old 1970s station building. It was a very narrow passage with your ticket office, a news agent inside, and that was it. It was very narrow to walk through, but that new station building at Kidderminster is very spacious indeed, and it's a good upgrade from that 1970s shack, shall we say. But we will be leaving Kidderminster shortly because our next stop will be Blakedown. Now this doesn't have many trains stopping here, but I am waiting for a train to arrive from the siding down the bottom because Kidderminster is also a terminus for some of the services on the Snow Hill line. On the western edge you've got 4 stations that are terminuses. Stourbridge Junction, Kidderminster, Worcester Foregate Street or Worcester Shrub Hill. You get trains west from Birmingham Snow Hill terminating either one of those 4 stations. And we are waiting for a train to empty stock into the station so we can take our journey to Blakedown. So this is the second station of the day, and unfortunately it's only got hourly service at the moment, but this is Blakedown Station. It's West Midlands Railway operated station, and yes, it does have 2 platforms indeed. But it also has something else here as well, which I'm going to show you down at the bottom end right now. It also has a level crossing as well. It's now time for the station's history of Blakedown Station. Blakedown Station opened in April 1852 but was named Churchill. During its time it was renamed twice, Churchill and Blakedown, and then to its current name, Blakedown. The 3-letter station code for Blakedown is BKD. Also on the other platform there's a nice Great Western Railway style station sign there that says Blakedown on it, and that really looks quaint. At the moment Blakedown has an hourly service, as I probably mentioned in the blog earlier. Now there was supposed to be a train out stopping here at 1 o'clock to Kidderminster, which is basically my train out of Blakedown. That is running about half an hour late at the moment, so it's due here now at 1:30, but it looks like it is going to Kidderminster. So it might be alright still, but I am planning to leave Kidderminster possibly a bit later now. You know when I said at Hagley that I have a bad feeling that today's not going to plan? Well, I think it might be starting to do it that way. But anyway, we'll see how we go. We're just going to carry on filming some more trains on the Snow Hill line and see if we can just get back to Birmingham without cancellation. Next door to Blakedown Railway Station, we do actually have this lovely single box here as well that says Churchill and Blakedown. Now this is part of the Churchill and Blakedown Historical Society. And it's a lovely little single box preserved right next to the railway station. So they have said that unit down about half an hour late to Kidderminster. At Kidderminster we'll have to go into the turnback side to come back out, and it will form the 1349 off here to my last station, the Hawthorns. I'm going to be filming there for an hour, then after that I'll be jumping back on the train towards Birmingham, then be heading home. Because to be honest with you, by the time I finish the Hawthorns it's going to be after 3 o'clock, and that's where the cancellations of the Snow Hill line start to kick in, so I want to get off this line as quickly as I can after 3 o'clock. Well, our train should be arriving now to take us to the Hawthorns. En route towards the Hawthorns, we are passing Sim0nTrains West Station. This station closed to passengers in 1996 when the interchange Sim0nTrains Golden Bridge Station opened, and also en route we see some lines diverting away. Now these lines connect onto the Stour Valley lines towards Sim0nTrains Wall Street Station. So now at the last station of the day. This is the Hawthorns. You change here for West Bromwich Albion Football Club. And West Bromwich Albion Football Club is actually just here. It's about a 5-minute walk from the railway station. And it's also a West Midlands station, and it has 2 platforms, yep, indeed. But it also has something else which I'll show you in a second as well. Before I do that though, we actually got here 13 minutes late. So our train was late. It actually got here 13 minutes late, and it's also trying to start pouring down with rain. So instead of leaving the Hawthorns at 15:18, I'm going to be leaving the Hawthorns at 15:26 to get about 6 trains an hour filmed. It's not much, but it will do. It's now time for the station history of the Hawthorns. The Hawthorns opened in 1931 as the Hawthorns Halt, sited just after Handsworth Junction, where the Midland Metro diverts away from the Snow Hill lines. The reason this station opened was to serve the nearby football stadium for West Bromwich Albion. However, it closed to passengers on the 27th of April 1968, but reopened on the 24th of September 1995 as the Hawthorns. The Midland Metro platforms opened in 1999 between Birmingham and Wolverhampton, and the 3-letter station code for the Hawthorns is THW. One thing I forgot to mention this morning is that we're on the former London Paddington to Wolverhampton low level main line, but it also carries on to Birkenhead Woodside as well. Now down there the line, the Snow Hill lines actually divert off towards Sim0nTrains Golden Bridge, but if we come this side you can see the West Midlands Metro tram stops here at the Hawthorns, because you could also interchange with the trams here as well. But this is the last time the trams actually see the Snow Hill line, because they carry on towards Wolverhampton. And also the tram stops here are also 2 platforms. So we shall be leaving the Snow Hill lines very shortly, and to be honest, good God as well, because hanging around the Hawthorn Station, there wasn't really much traffic. There was no cancellations, but there was not much traffic between 2:30 and 3:30. I was going to stay till the 15:26 service to Dorridge, but that is running a bit late. That's running about 5 minutes late, so that's due out just after 3:30. My plan out here was to get the 15:18 back into Birmingham Snow Hill, but unfortunately I wanted to leave here about just around 3:30 to have a full hour here, and even though we had the full hour, we got all the trains here. There's not really been many, like 6 or 7, that's about it. But they are starting to cancel some now, so we are coming off the Snow Hill line and going back to Birmingham New Street to make my way home. Also want to mention at Birmingham Snow Hill we have a disused tram stop. This opened in 1999 but closed to passengers in 2015 when St Chad's tram stop opened. But we're now moving to Bull Street tram stop to see a tram departing. We're now passing Bescott Yard on the way back, and we see a Codas Railfreight Class 70 diesel locomotive, and we also see a Gronk, a Class 08 shunter coupled to some auto ballast wagons near Bescott Station. Anyway, we're now back at Rugeley Town Station to get off the train and to talk about today's events. So we now made it back to Rugeley Town railway station. We're going to talk about Kidderminster to Rugeley Town. Filming at Kidderminster Station was no problem. Everything was arrived, departed, no problems. And then we got our train to Blakedown. Now Blakedown, there was one cancellation about 14:08, but that was a train that's supposed to fly through Blakedown. Other than that though, we did get some Class 172 DMUs at Blakedown and no problems at all, as set for our train out of Blakedown, because that was running late and it got to our next destination, the Hawthorns, 13 minutes late. So instead of having 2:15 to 3:15 at the Hawthorns, I ended up having about 2:30 to 3:30 at the Hawthorns, and we got about 6 or 7 trains in that hour, but not much. And we also visited West Bromwich Albion's football club, and we also filmed some of the trams. After the Hawthorns, it's like call it quits on the Snow Hill line, because even though I think there was only like one cancellation during each hour, but there were still trains being cancelled. So we went back to Birmingham Snow Hill, and then we filled the tram out Bull Street, because that's where they're currently terminating the trams while they're doing the improvement work between Bull Street and the library around the area. And we just got a train back here, and that's it. even though we have been on one late train today, nothing got cancelled, so we did get a bit lucky, I would say, on the Snow Hill lines. But I want to recommend doing the Snow Hill lines at the moment during this, well, this pandemic still, even though the lockdown restrictions have eased, because you can just have a train being cancelled just like that. But I think that's the end of the blog. So if you like this one and like any of the others, feel free to like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. I also have a Patreon page if you'd like to visit that. Check out the tiers and YouTube channel memberships if you click the join button down below. This has been Sim0nTrains or Sim0nTrains. Thank you for watching, stay safe, and that's it. My next journey actually will be Manchester. So thank you for watching, stay safe, I'm going.